everyone, it's Amy from Lollipolish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. You may notice I have a slightly croaky voice. I actually lost my voice about a week, non-COVID related. It just went there, it just broke. It's like I'm like in puberty again. But I'm all fine, I just don't really have a voice. Well, I didn't really have a voice, I have a much better voice now. But anyway, we are here with Empties. This bag is overflowing and I am very stressed that I do not have enough camera footage space on my camera because it's getting quite full. So I'm going to divide these up into categories and we will be right back to look through all of my beauty empties. But we're going to go through them in some sort of order. So we're going to go with hair care. First of all, I have one dry shampoo. This is the Batiste Divinely Dark Brown Shampoo. I love this. I've purchased this for a long time. I do love Batiste, but having the slightly like brownish element to it I do really enjoy, so I will continue to repurchase this. One of my favourite shampoos, the L'Oreal Elvive Extraordinary Clay. You've seen this a million times if you've seen these videos before. I love it, so I would repurchase that. I did try a sample of the Liz Earle Botanical Shine Shampoo. Did not like this. It had a really nice scent to it, but I just didn't feel like it cleaned my hair enough, and also it has lots of kind of ingredients in it. So there's aloe vera in there, there is shea butter in there, there is vitamin E. So I think that where my hair is so fine, it couldn't really cope with having all of that put in. It just made it look greasy. But I think if you have curly hair or dry hair, you would probably really love this. But it's a no from me. And the last two things for hair are the same item. I got these in two glossy boxes. And this is the Brave New Hair Keratin Mask Extra Smooth. So I have two of them. You may have heard me talk about how the fact of at the moment I'm not using conditioner, I'm using shampoo and I'm using a hair mask. So I would just use a little bit of this and put it in 2/3 of my hair. I really liked it. I liked how it looked. It wasn't too much, it was just enough. So I would be happy to try that again, but I have so many hair masks, I don't feel like I need to buy any for a long time. Onto like bath and body items. I have one item from Lush and this is the Ickle Baby Bot Bath Bomb. It looks like a little robot. It's meant to be this really sensitive one that you can use with children. My daughter picked it up because it looks like it's a fun shape. I wouldn't repurchase it, I bought it because she wanted it, and then I normally break my bath bombs into two, so she had a use and I had a use. So yeah, it's fine. I got this bubble tea bath crumble in pink grapefruit in the glossy box advent calendar for Christmas. This is a fail for me. I don't know what he was doing. Here comes a guest. Is she going to come in? I don't know what it actually did. Are you going to come and talk to anyone? Say hello.
Hello.
I don't know really what it was doing for anybody. There was no lather to it. It didn't really dissolve very well. There was no fizzing. I kind of just plonked them in the bath and then they just sat there. And then eventually they dissolved, but it wasn't like a bath bomb or a fizz or anything like I've experienced before. So that's going to be a no from me. Right, Andy's got some skincare, so we're going to skincare next. I have 4 samples of Dermatologica things, and we'll show you what Andy's got. So first of all, I have the Dermatologica Micro Exfoliant. This is really weird, where it's like a little kind of like salty, fine grained powder, and you add water and it kind of lathers slightly, and it's meant to be a very gentle exfoliant. This took me about 3 uses to use up. I don't know if I fully understand the concept yet, but I do have another sachet, so hopefully I'll work on that. I then use one lot of the pre-cleanse. This is a really nice cleanser from Dermatologica. It's very oil-based. It removes every ounce of makeup from your face. I then use the Ultra Calming Cleanser sample. Again, this is probably like a 2. You'd use the pre-cleanse first, and then you'd use this one afterwards. Didn't remove as much makeup, but was very nice and balmy and hydrating. And then I use the Active Moist Moisturiser. It was fine, but like I said, I think I had a facial and I've got loads of samples from them knocking around that I came across the other day. I have one sheet mask, and this is the Avocado Skin Treats Nourishing Face Mask. It was really cute. I just feel like it didn't really do anything. It was obviously in this greeny packaging, avocado. So I guess it's meant to be very gentle on the skin, but for me, I just didn't really get much from it. And if you've watched these videos before, I don't buy sheet masks anymore. It's only if they come into my life, like in a gift or something, that I would get them. Another mask, I'm not sure where to show this in, and this is the Space Masks. Oh, Andy's showing you those. Do you want to do those now?
Yeah.
I'll do this one first. No? Go on, you show yours then. We'll go back to the space mask. So Andy's got some makeup that we've used up. So the first one is just some, I have a NYX powder. This was meant to be in taupe and they reformulated it. So before this was like the contour shade that everybody in the world loved, and then they reformulated it and it became not a contour shade for me anymore. So I've just had it for a really long time. I don't use it, it doesn't work for me, so that's going. And then we also have a little Smashbox eyeshadow trio, and it's literally so dinky tiny. Wow. I've used about half or half an ish from each of them, but it's just so tiny. I never grab for it, and as Annie's just thrown it, it's going in the bin. I used up a Colour Lash mascara. This is what I use for setting my brows. It's by Collection 2000. They just start to go gross after a while. I highly recommend them for setting your brows in place. I've used them for like 10 years now. I'm throwing away the Stay Matte Foundation in Light Porcelain. This is by Rimmel. And I've just had this for a really long time. It's too light for me, so we're going to be passing her on. And Andy's got to show us a lipstick. This is the Zoya lipstick in Izzy, and this is like a reddy pink kind of colour. But the reason why I'm using it is because it's been thrown on the toilet. Pink colour, but it went on the toilet floor one day. I wonder why that happened. And another makeup item we have, Andy, you're going to show is the Instant Eye Makeup Rewind Under Eye Concealer from Maybelline. This was in the shade Very, Very Light. Well, I can't even remember, it's rubbed off, but it was too light for me, but I made it work. It's a really nice lightweight concealer if you're in the market for one. Excuse me, and I would repurchase it, but in one shade darker than what I have. We have two facial sprays. The first one is the Urban Decay All Nighter, which is a setting spray. It's actually my first time using this, and I did really like it, but I kind of feel like
I might do.
I kind of feel like setting sprays are all kind of much for muchness these days, so I don't know if I'd run out and specifically buy that one again, but it was nice while I used it. And we have the e.l.f. Oil Control Primer Mist. I didn't have one for a really long time, and I realised that I did miss it in my routine a lot. So I grabbed this one. It was in TK Maxx and it was on sale. And I loved it. Again, with the setting sprays, I don't really know if it matters too much which brand you use, but there's just something about having a spray on your face before you get putting your makeup on that I really enjoy. So my assistant is trying to be helpful, but she's not really being helpful. I have a Natural Collection Duo eyeshadow, as you can kind of see. It was literally like a mocha and latte combination. It's just shattered so much over recent times, so that's going to be going, but I did really like it. A primer. This is the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. Did really like this, wouldn't repurchase it, or did like it, not really like it, I liked it, but I don't know if I would repurchase it. It's very silicone based, it's very slippery on the face when you put it on, and it's just not doesn't tend to be the primer that I gravitate towards, but it was very nice and it was good for the price point. We're going back to skincare now. So we have the Laneige Multi Deep Clean Cleanser, the one that I'm holding up, and this was like a nice cream cleanser from Laneige. I'd never tried this before. Again, it was good. I'm really lucky that my skin is not sensitive really in any way, so I can try lots of different products, and that was a good one. Also from Laneige we have a mask. This is the Water Clay Mask, and it was like it was clay in consistency. You can see like a grey clay that dried down onto your face. Again, I have so many skincare items that I possibly wouldn't run out and repurchase this exact item, but I did really enjoy it. That was the Laneige Water Clay Mask. And the last Laneige item I think of this video is the Water Bank Moisture Cream. I prefer the Water Bank Hydrating Gel than their cream gel out of the two, but again, it was good, it was nice. I just wouldn't run out and buy that. You like that one? So this is the Ginseng Origins Gel Oil-Free Energy Boosting Gel Moisturiser. We love the Ginseng by Origins on this channel. I've used it. She's just like right in front of the camera, without care. I've used this up so many times. This is like my third or fourth tub from them, and I do have another one upstairs in my skincare storage. It's got a very nice light orangey scent to it, really nice light and hydrating. Yeah, they're all gone. This is the point of the video.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. So yes, have repurchased and will repurchase the ginseng. We'll go quickly back to this space mask, and then I'm going to have to exit my camera, find some footage space, and we'll be back again for part 2. You won't notice any difference. But this is the Space Mask Interstellar Relaxation. So I thought this was going to be some sort of wet mask or something along those lines of like a facial sheet mask. But actually when you open it, it's like material, and you put it over your face and it's upside down. You put it over, it's dry, and you just relax there for 15 minutes and it naturally warms up. So it's really nice if you've got kind of migraine or you're trying to have problems sleeping. You just put it on, loop it around your ears, wait a few minutes, and then the oxygen molecules will react with the atmosphere, and it's 15 minutes of warmth. And it was really warm, it was really nice. I had a pack of 5 of these and I can't wait to use them all up. So something if you're into or need something to help you relax before bed, I would highly recommend you have a look at these spacemasks.com masks. We're back for part 2. My assistant has gone for a snack. I love it when she's in these videos, and I know you don't mind, but she does not understand that if she stands right in front of me, no one can see me. So yeah, Andy's gone for now. She might be back because I'm probably filming quite a few videos today if I can. So anyway, we're back onto Empties and we're doing skincare. So I'll finish up the ones that I have because we kind of went all off topic there for a second. So we have the e.l.f. Super Clarifiant cleanser with niacinamide. Not my favourite from them. I do really love a couple of the e.l.f. cleansers, but this is not my favourite. Wasn't bad, but I just tried better. I have a St. Ives Blemish Control Scrub. I used to love this. If I look back years ago, I used to think that like cleaning my skin was like scraping the layer of skin off. I have used this and it's been taking me a really long time to use up, just because every 2 or 3 weeks I'll use it kind of in my nose, in my chin crevice, which is where I tend to get a little bit of build up sometimes, but I certainly don't use this in the way that I used to. And actually at the moment I'm using some other kind of more, I don't know, like micro scrubby type products, and also some more kind of chemical based scrubs. Does that make sense? I don't know. But yeah, so you might see this again in the future, but you certainly won't see it as much as you have done in the past. So that's that. I have the Hot Cloth Cleanser by Liz Earle. I didn't mind this. It is a very, very thick consistency when it comes out, and you do need that warmth and the hot element to kind of make it melt and into the skin. So I would use this in the bath or in the shower. I'm hot and steamy, but I wouldn't necessarily be able to use this as part of like my general everyday skincare routine, because you do really rely on that heat. I thought it was okay. I think this is actually a really expensive product, so it was a nice treat, but I don't think I'd repurchase. We have one more Laneige product. I lied earlier and said I had no more. This is the Essential Power Skin Toner. I've never used a toner from Laneige before. This was really nice actually. It's quite kind of gentle. It says it's a vitamin B3, lightweight and water. Tends to be the theme of the Laneige items. They want them to be kind of water-like. Toner, like it, but toner is another thing that I have a lot of build-up at the moment, so I wouldn't run out and repurchase it, but again, it was nice. I then have the Naobay Detox Unpolluted toner. This is micellar water, but it does have quite a lot of extra elements in there. It has a slight citrusy lemony scent. Naobay is a brand that I have used in the past, and although I feel like in this video I've kind of said over and over again that I wouldn't repurchase it, it's just because I have so much skincare and I love trying out new things. So that's the reason why something has to be really wow me for me to go out and repurchase it. But all of these items have been great, and I would recommend checking them out if any of them is that you like. I would definitely point out if something was awful. I have 3 more bathy items. The first one is a sample of the Good Karma by Lush. I have never received a sample from Lush before. In all my years of shopping there, never ever. I've hinted before that I would quite like a sample, and never. And then I went to one that I don't normally go to, and they just chucked a sample into my bag. So this was like a kind of like a half use. Actually, you've got more in here than what you would think, and it's the Karma Shower Gel, which is their Karma scent, which is really iconic. I liked using it, but I probably wouldn't repurchase it or go for it actually, or purchase it in the first place. I have a scrub. This is the Exfoliating Body Scrub in Floral by Jules. This was a really bizarre, I don't know if you can see, they're kind of like a cementy type scrub, very, very fine grains, but was just not nice. I didn't like it. I forced myself to use it up, but I would not. No, this is a no from me. And then I have the Drummer's Drumming Shower Gel by Lush. I don't know why I ever purchased these shower jellies. I think Andy's coming back, I can hear her coming. They take forever to use up, they're kind of impractical, and I think the only reason people kind of buy them is because they're gimmicky. It's a jelly. I think your kids probably like it. If you struggle to get your kids to bath, it might be something that makes it fun, or if you have any particularly sensory issues, it might be really nice to have something that's kind of like squishy and jelly-like to wash. So it's going to be a no from me. I'm going to keep the pot and exchange it for a face mask, because that's what you do. But yeah, don't let me buy shower jellies from Lush again, please don't. We come back and we've got, who we got with us? Show them. Sven. Sven. Right, sit there, we're going to do the candles and then we're finished. So we have one actual candle, and this is one of the Sinlig giant candles from from IKEA, and this is the one in the peachy scent. I got one of these for Christmas from my boss. She obviously just went and bought every one of them. I think what's hilarious with the IKEA candles is when you walk into that section in IKEA, the scent kind of hits you and you think, oh my goodness, these candles smell super, super strong. But in the reality of it is because there's 100 candles there, and when you just get the one, they don't have a very strong scent to it. I think this is the largest one that I've ever used. This one did have a little bit of a scent that I could smell in my kitchen when I burnt it. But buy this for buying a candle. Onto actual wet wax melts to finish us up. We have one from Smelly Scents, and this is in the scent Lollipop. And it kind of smelled like those like really sherbety, hard, chalky kind of lollies. I don't know if that's just a UK thing or if that's an international thing. Do you want to smell?
Make it a pop.
It smells good like a lollipop. And often repurchase some of these scents because they're all really nice, but they're not necessarily, yeah. You get the idea from the earlier comment on the skincare, I'm sure. We then have 4 from Kushtico. Now, the only thing with them is they've recently changed from this size to this size, and I feel like they're smaller, but I think that they would probably just say that they're now like a slightly taller bottle, but skinnier. Anyway, so in the older packages, I have Fresh Sheets, which is a scent that I've repurchased. I really, really like it. Like a laundry detergent, really, really nice scent. So love that one. And then Unicorn Dreams. What do you think?
It's my unicorn sweet.
It smells like unicorn sweets, which is again is part of their core line. So I have repurchased both of those, Fresh Sheets and Unicorn Dreams, before. I then have Monsters. No, this one is Monsters Breath, which is from their Halloween range.
Halloween smell.
Your Halloween smell.
Yes.
Nice.
It smells a monster smell.
It smells like a monster. This was a little bit more of a warm, clovey type smell. Possibly would repurchase, but it was still good. And then I have Vampire's Kiss. More of a toffee apple, warm, mulled wine type scent. I don't really know why that is Vampires, but I wouldn't repurchase that one. It was fine, but not my favourite. So this is the Yankee Candle centerpiece, and they are actually just one giant melt, and then you just pop it out and you put it in the burner, and the burner is the same size. It burnt obviously for a really, really long time. It's in the scent Midsummer's Midnight, which was a really kind of like perfumey aftershave type scent, which is one of my favourite scents to go for. And it was nice because it was so large, so you got such amount of burn time from it. But kind of by the end of it, I was ready to change it because I had this for a lot longer. I'm sure you can snap these in half, but they didn't have any like divots in them to snap them. So yeah, that was new. And I think they bought me one other one to go in it. So yeah, that was the centerpiece range by Yankee Candle. So if you have any thoughts on that, please let me know. I can't believe it, but thank you so much for sticking through that. If you went through all with the children interruptions and the croaky voice, you made it through, so well done you. I would love to know thoughts on any of this that I've mentioned today in the comments. I will see you in the next one. Andy, do you want to say bye-bye?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.